Hey everybody, I'm at Three Creeks Metro Park today. I'm going to try the Black Creek bike trail, which is right behind me. I found it right out of the parking lot, which is encouraging because I spent, 2 minutes looking at a map and I couldn't figure it out. I have heard mixed reviews on this trail. It's 16 miles out, so 32 miles out and back. We'll see how far I get on it. I don't know. I hope for the best, but I'm not expecting much, but we'll see. Also has some equipment to try out. You may or may not get to see some different videoing or types of videoing. I've got essentially a clamp that fits on my bike and a selfie stick, so I'll either fail miserably on that, break my camera, or you'll get to see some different types of footage. All right, we'll get started here in a second. Well, I'm not gonna lie, so far I'm pleasantly surprised. Lots of shade. You go from shade into open areas, but that's fine. When I was driving in, I saw a lot of high-powered electric lines, which is not a good sign. But to me, it's amazing how you get into a trail, and even though that stuff might be going on overhead, it doesn't detract from the ride, or maybe you don't even see it. So far so good. We shall see. Oh, this is going very poorly. So, I would say this is not going to work. Hi. It's a different view for sure, but my pole is not stable enough. At least the best I can tell, it's not stable enough. No. I'll try readjusting my pole, but I don't really think that's the issue. I think it's just the pole. You know, there's a little bit of wobble in the clamp too. This might be about the clamp. So it sounds like I am about to go over 33. So if I'm going to drop a camera, that's probably where I'm going to drop it. That's only $400. Got to be 33. It's a nice metal bridge. Creek to the right. That was the same one I just rode over, but there's water to the left too. I think I see condos, so that could be a pond. So I moved the stick down about 3 inches. I've also locked my front suspension, which seems reasonable, right? Probably wasting a lot of footage on my face. Someone once said I had the face for radio. I think they were being nice. Super shaded, scenic, and we're wasting it on my mug. So let me change things up again. So I've left the selfie stick up. Kind of looks like I might be jousting on my bike. I don't think the camera is going to pick it up even with the wide angle. But I'll check. Hello. Hi. So upcoming is probably the last bridge in the park, the newer section of the park at least. Looked into the trees there and I saw an egret heron. I don't know what it is. Spent a lot of time trying to get the pictures. The pictures really don't do it justice though. because it was probably, I don't know, 15, 20 feet off the ground, and it was just pretty spectacular. On another day, I would spend a lot of time researching, trying to figure out exactly what kind of bird it was. It's just enough, though, for me to barely be able to see it. Once you cross this bridge, you go out and you're on Hines Road, where you're actually riding adjacent to Hines Road. It is not the best section of the trail. In fact, it's really kind of a poor section. There are times I felt a little bit unsafe. And this section here along Hines Road, and later on Tussing, then you go under 70. It's not the best section of the trail. You could almost cut the ride off at Hines Road if you were going through Three Creeks and still have a pretty good ride. I'm actually in Reynoldsburg proper here, and this bridge goes over Blacklick Creek. Let's see, I'm going west in this, and I found a nice place to eat there. If you go east from the trail, you find a lot of popular fast food joints. I know I saw like a Wendy's, there was an Italian place, a fast food Italian place. There was Eastside Brewery, which was interesting to me, except it was closed. So just on a lark, I went ahead and I went over here across the bridge to the west side, and I feel like this is maybe more downtown Reynoldsburg, but I guess I really don't know. I found this place, and it's right on Main Street. It was looks like it was formerly a fire station. And we'll ride up on that here in a second. This is a sports bar here. Yeah, this is the place I found the yellow umbrellas I saw from down the road. Let's see. It wasn't very crowded. I feel like this was a Friday afternoon. Prost Beer and Wine Cafe. I wish I was the kind of guy who could sit and drink a beer in the middle of a ride or after a ride, but I'm not. That's a Diet Coke. I believe that's like a roast beef sandwich. It was very good. I got great service there. So my lunch stop here becomes my halfway, my turnaround point. At this point, I've got 20 miles, but I had done a detour over to Pickerington Ponds, and I also think I got lost at one point. All right, so I'm getting near the end of the ride, near the end of the battery, so let me get this in. I don't know, Blacklick Creek Trail, I missed it again. Kind of reminds me of the Seinfeld episode where George Costanza does everything the opposite of what he wants to do. I didn't want to go. This morning, I considered just another local trail, but I went against that, went ahead and did this ride, and it's well worth it. It gets kind of, less scenic. Well, look, it's significantly less scenic once you get up towards 70 and Tussing Road. Reynoldsburg's okay. It's not great though. Blacklick Woods was where I saw the deer. Hopefully that'll make the cut. That surprised me. Riding along Livingston and Main Street wasn't the greatest, but still, it was good. I tried out the equipment. I'm not sure that'll make it to the video. I've got to do some shopping for a selfie stick. One that doesn't, shake uncontrollably when I'm trying to film. But anyways, that's pretty much going to be it for this ride. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, follow, like, all that stuff. And I usually say it doesn't matter because I want to keep doing this because it's better than yard work. But one thing I have to do today is, yard work. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you next time.